Welcome to the CloudM Backup demo. We'll take you through CloudM Backup, showing you how easy it is to back up and restore your active Google Workspace users' mail, drive, calendars or contacts, or shared drive data. Let's get started. Firstly, what is CloudM Backup? Backup is one of the 4 modules of CloudM, accessed via automate.cloudm.io. Google Workspace is a secure platform but cannot protect you from data loss. As a Google customer, you are responsible for backing up your data, not Google, and to properly protect it, you need a third-party backup and recovery solution like ours. CloudM Backup's primary function is to protect your Google Workspace organization's data from accidental deletion and malicious users, and enable mass restoration in the event of a cyber attack. Getting started. Before you start backing up your data, you need to configure your Google Cloud Storage or Amazon S3 storage. From the left-hand menu in CloudM, go to Backup, then Storage Configuration. For the purpose of this demo, let's focus on Google Cloud Storage. You'll first create your storage bucket in GCS. It's important to understand what storage classes are supported by CloudM Backup. For GCS, only standard or auto class storage can be configured here. Additionally, if you are subscribed to CloudM Archive, archiving data to specific buckets, Backup requires its own dedicated storage bucket. Enter your service account, bucket name, and encryption key ID, if applicable, and test the connection. You can then set the top-level or domain-wide data retention period. We have now introduced 2 awesome features in backup frequency and include and exclude file types. Backup frequency allows you to change the frequency of delta backups, whereby, depending on how frequently data is changed, a lowered frequency may result in marginally lower Google Cloud storage costs. You may also choose whether to back up only specific file types using the include option or exclude unwanted file types. By default, these options are inherited down through your organizational structure. So you've configured your own storage bucket for CloudM Backup. What does this mean? CloudM enables you to reduce costs and avoid vendor lock-in by backing up your data in your own organization's GCP storage bucket. You own your own data. Next, let's look at backup policies. Your policies control what data to back up for which users or shared drives. Here, you choose whether to back up user or shared drive data and select which items to back up: mail, drive, calendar, and/or contacts. You may then choose whether to inherit the retention period from above or specify a custom retention period, configure the backup frequency, or enable the file include or exclude option at the policy level. With backup policies created, you can then assign them. As CloudM is synced with your directory, you can then assign your backup policies based on everyone at the domain, an OU, smart teams, or shared drives. Simply select the OU, smart team, or shared drive from the directory. Select whether to inherit the policy from above or choose a custom policy and save. Backup status. When you set up CloudM Backup for the first time, an initial large backup is performed, backing up all data for all active users and shared drives. This may take some time, but once it is completed, from the point of completion forward, data is backed up regularly for each item type depending on the frequency you specify. The backup status screen allows you to search for and view all backups carried out on the domain, including those that are in progress. You can also see how many backup policies you have applied, the total number of users on your domain, and total data storage used. User and shared drive backup status are separated here. For both users and shared drives, you can quickly view the backup status for everyone that you have data stored for. This includes those with active backup policies and any that does not have an active policy, but their data is still in the retention period. At the top of the screen, you will see a quick overview of users with backup policy versus the total data storage used in your cloud storage bucket. In the table, you will see a list that shows key information for both item types. For each user or shared drive, you can click to find out more information, whether they are in progress or paused, if they were successful and how much data was backed up, or if they failed and why. There are some handy filters here to help you find specific users or shared drives by status, email address, policy, or OU. The problem of emails or files being purged or deleted completely and not being able to retrieve them after 30 days is one of the main reasons companies need a backup solution. In CloudM Backup, you can restore by item or fully. Per item restoration is a key feature of our product. Here, you can select a user or shared drive and whether you want to restore specific emails or files from the backup. Emails are backed up as .eml files and restored as is, but drive data is backed up in Microsoft file formats, and there is an option to preserve the original file type during a restoration. Let's take Drive, for example. There are powerful filters here to help with finding particular items, and once a file or files are found, there are two options. If you tick the box next to the file or files needed, you can restore the items and choose who to restore the file to. Specify a label in that user's My Drive for the restored file, and whether you wish to preserve permissions and/or the original file type. Alternatively, from the items list, if you click on the file rather than selecting it, a panel will slide in from the right where you can see the backup history and choose which version of the file you need and whether you want to download it locally or restore it to a user's drive where the options from before will be presented. Regarding the file type, if a Google Doc is backed up, it will be backed up as a Microsoft docx file. When you restore it, preserving the original type, we will automatically convert the file back to its original Google format. Specific versions of files which are restored, if they already exist in the user's drive, will be recreated, allowing the user to compare against what is already there and choose which version to keep. Full restoration does exactly that. Fully restore or bulk restore mail, drive, calendar, and/or contacts data based on a specific timestamp. You can perform full restorations by user OU, group or smart team, shared drive, or deleted users. Regarding deleted users, any user that has or had a backup policy and has been deleted from Google Workspace will appear in the Deleted Users tab. You can select which user to restore the deleted user's data to. When performing a full restore using a timestamp, all backed up data before that point in time will be restored, and the option to include deleted items is useful in this scenario. The Restoration Status screen allows you to search for and view all restorations that you have carried out on the domain, including those that are in progress. At the top of the screen, you will see a quick summary of restorations in progress, restorations in the last 30 days, and the total. You can view the status of all user or shared drive restorations and retry them if they have failed. Now let's look at the Purge Backups screen. It's typical to back up data belonging to active users or shared drives before then archiving the data upon their end of cycle, ensuring only one storage cost for the data. This option allows you to delete leavers or retired shared drives backed up data immediately. Here's a demonstration. You may complement CloudM Backup with Automate and Archive to create a seamless data lifecycle. Users can be onboarded to their department or teams and have documents, shared drives, and calendars shared with them. Have their data backed up to a specific Google Cloud storage bucket while they are active, until being offboarded and archived to an archive class storage bucket at a lower cost. Have their backed up data purged from cloud storage before then being deleted. You can access the backup dashboard from the dashboard or home screen at any time, selecting the Backup tab. Here you can see simple and at-a-glance data, allowing you to track the health of your backups and restorations, as well as using it as a jumping-off point to action your backups. You can also export this data. As you can see, CloudM enables organizations to save time, automate the reallocation of licenses and control costs, and prevent data loss. You should now understand what CloudM Backup is and how it is a vital part of your data retention cycle, how to configure it and start backing up your data by means of policies, and how to perform restorations and to purge the data from storage at the end of the cycle. Thanks for watching the CloudM Backup demo.